How do you know which one is the one? Like, how do you know which one you wanna drink from? And I actually will tell you the way that I know that. I can hear soda. Guys, I can hear it. Guys, I can hear the right soda. Oh. It speaks to you? It does. It speaks to me. I know exactly what it is. And so all I have to do is just listen to it, and then I know which is the right one.
Oh, no.
Fucking delicious.
Oh. Dude, this is my...
I'm not sure I understand. I mean...
Now, hello. Yeah, there it is. Good night. I hate OBS so much. Welcome to Faith, Fiction, and Folklore, or as we like to call it, the Tri-F podcast, where we try not to mess the podcast up. And, yeah, I relate to that video, so that's why I played it. It may not be the funniest thing in the world, but I found it funny. So you all had to put up with it. So...
I mean, I wish I understood.
You can hear soda. Like, whenever the soda is still carbonated, you can hear it hissing through the cup. And so the joke with this guy, it's Asmund Gold. Like, the joke of it is his desk is like destroyed. It's like covered with like old plastic soda cups with the straws and stuff, you know, because all he does is like stream and play games. Or I don't think he's a gamer. He just streams all day. And so people were asking him, how do you know which soda to drink out of? Right? Because he's just got a bunch of trash on his desk, and he's like, oh, I can hear the soda.
I can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear the soda, meaning the carbonation. And I'm like, I've done that exact same thing. And it just made me laugh.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you can hear the soda. It speaks to you. I love it. So,
yeah.
All right, anyway. So, permit me a little stupidity, guys. Come on. So, all right, how are you guys today?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm here.
Trevor, how are you? You've been gone forever. What's up?
No, I haven't been gone.
Yes, you have. We felt your absence.
Gone physically.
Yes, that's the only sense
Still
we
been there in
meant.
spirit.
That don't count at all. So, yeah. It's all right, though. We love you. So, anyway, okay, tonight we got we had more topics than we knew how to cover. So, we just kind of had to pick some. So, we're going to do our Bible reading, Genesis 20,
Wait.
right?
Sorry, my dog's freaking out.
Ah. Well,
Chickens are banging around.
Ah, gotcha.
Go ahead.
So we got... No, you're good. We got Genesis 20, and then we've got the Les Wexner Congressional hearing. I hear he says he's possessed by a demon that called Duduku or something.
He reminds me of Smeagol, bro.
Yeah, he's like... Apparently it's a Smeagol demon that takes him over during the day, lets him go at night, and then possesses him all over again. I don't know.
Is that part of it?
Apparently, that's what he says. That's what he says. So wow. Yeah, this demon possessed guy that ran Victoria's Secret, shocker. Hello, Sevens Pattern 77. Good to see you again. So. Yeah, apparently we're gonna listen to that demon-possessed Smeagol underwear-making pervert guy. We're gonna listen to his congressional hearing and see what he had to say. And then we had some updates on X, and then we're going to end the night with talking about Camp Kanakuk, which I felt was appropriate to talk about because. Couple of reasons, but one of them was this is actually a camp that is near my wife's hometown. So this whole controversy that happened at this camp, it's a staple for Southwest Missouri, Northwest Arkansas. It's a very well-known camp. So Shawn Ryan had a girl talking about the abuse and stuff going on there, and I thought we would discuss it and react. and asks some broader questions about why you think there seems to be a through line with individuals like Epstein in these camps and basically all facets of society seeming to be corrupted by this crap. So
It's demons.
perhaps. Well, anyway, we're gonna explore it.
And or the CIA.
And or the CIA. It's the same thing. It's always the same thing. So, okay. Anyway, so we're gonna start the Bible reading. Who wants to kick us off? You want me?
I can. I guess I can just. You'll have to scroll, so I'll have to. I don't have my Bible out or anything. If I can keep up with this. Yep. All right. Nice. Hit that bell. All right. Now Abraham moved on from there into the region of the Negev and lived between Kadesh and Shur. For a while he stayed in Gerar, and there Abraham said of his wife Sarah, "She is my sister." Then Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent for Sarah and took her. But God came to Abimelech in a dream one night and said, "You're as good as dead because of the woman you have taken. She's a married woman." Now Abimelech had not gone near her, so he said, "Lord, I will destroy an innocent nation." Did he not say to me, "She is my sister"? And didn't she also say, "He is my brother"? I have done this with a clear conscience and clean hands. Then God said to him in the dream, "Yes, I know you did this with a clear conscience, and so I have kept you from sinning against me. That is why I did not let you touch her. Now return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you, and you will live. But if you do not return her, you may be sure that you and all who belong to you will die." Early the next morning, Abimelech summoned his officials. Hang on, I lost you there. Abimelech summoned all his officials, and when he told them all that he had happened, they were very much afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham and said, "What have you done to us? How have I wronged you that you have brought such a great guilt upon me and my kingdom? You've done things to me that should never be done." And Abimelech asked Abraham, "What was your reason for doing this?" Abraham replied, "I said to myself, there is surely no fear of God for this place, and they will kill me because of my wife. Besides, she really is my sister, the daughter of my father, though not of my mother, and she became my wife." Dang, that's weird. "And when God had me wander from my father's household, I said to her, 'This is how you can show your love to me. Everywhere we go, say of me, he is my brother.'" That's strange. I think that's pretty weird.
Well, Abraham was afraid of getting killed for his wife, so he told her to say she was his sister. And so,
Yeah, but I, I don't. Honestly, I've always kind of thought that Abraham showing fear in that regard was kind of like super beta.
yeah.
Ab Abraham's supposed to be like a leader, he's he doesn't really show leadership qualities sometimes.
Yeah, well, I think that's part of the lesson is not we can't not any one of us can keep that law.
Yeah, I mean he couldn't even approach another woman. Like he grew up with his wife. I mean that's weird. He couldn't even like work up the balls to go ask somebody out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm just calling it how I see it, man. uh, where were we? Oh no! How long's it been like that? Did it do it twice this time?
Dang, yeah. It's like that for a few minutes, yeah.
OBS is a mess. All right. Well, I'm sorry you guys can't hear Gary for a minute. Yeah, so Abraham seems kind of beta, which is a shame because he's a kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's Father Abraham.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry, Seven Pillars
He had many
77.
sons.
Thank you
Guess that makes up for it.
thank you for reminding us that OBS is terrible and keep shutting off the freaking mics every single time it does anything. Yes, thank you for letting us know. That was awesome.
Your cooperation is
Vital. Appreciate it.
But
Oh, I hate OBS. Oh, I hate OBS so much. Anyway, so yes, Cody's coming down pretty hard on Abraham. You know, apparently it's bad enough that he was into incest, and apparently he's got no game and all this.
No game at all.
He's just piling.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could just keep reading and see if he'll redeem himself.
He will. He will. You know the story.
do.
You know the story. Right. Spoilers. So, okay. All right. 7
14.
Pillars 77 says, cool and hear you. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. So, okay, we're on 14, Cody? All right.
I think. Is that right? Oh, I lost it. Where we go? Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
You got it? Okay.
Then Abimelech brought sheep and cattle and male and female slaves and gave them to Abraham. And he returned Sarah his wife to him. And Abimelech said, my land is before you. Live wherever you like. To Sarah he said, I am giving your brother 1,000 shekels of silver. This is to cover the offense against you before all who are with you. You are completely vindicated. Then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech, his wife and his female slaves, so they could have children again. For the Lord kept all the women in Abimelech's household from conceiving because of Abraham's wife Sarah. That is crazy, dog.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Thoughts? What do you think?
The fact that he had, well, I'm just like, it's almost like, Abraham did all of this. He conned this guy into seeing Abraham as like some kind of victim because Abraham lied.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't actually lie. So then he got paid off. He got free land, vindication, and he carries around the power of God with him. And he's like a con artist. I don't know about all this, dude.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think it shows like the importance of number one, it talks about this is one of the things that establishes the nature of an unconditional covenant. Because Abraham did this righteous act at the beginning, he gets certain protections even when he screws up. And he's obviously God
He's like actively being awful. Let's call it how we see it.
Yes, I do think that what he was doing was awful. Not that I think the fear was completely ill-founded, given what we saw in Sodom and Gomorrah, but yeah, he shouldn't have lied about, Sarah being his sister. What I find interesting, sorry, go on.
I don't know, when I try to walk with the Lord, as it were, it's like the way to do that is to do it without fear. Like you're not afraid. You don't care what you're gonna have for lunch. You walk around not very uncomfortable and strong in the like faith, God's gonna take care of me, and like my path is gonna be, His will, and everything's gonna be fine and great. And you can only do that without fear. And Abraham made that. He lied in fear. He was like, I don't want him to beat me up because I have a wife.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that because I mean, there's lots of times where I've done stuff out of faith, but I was like scared to do it. So yeah, I just kind of plowed through, kind of on because
it's like when you
intellectually
lie
I
in fear.
figured, oh yeah, like well, there's no doubt Abraham sinned by lying. Sure,
Yeah.
like that's not good. What I find interesting is that God was willing to punish Abimelech, even though Abimelech hadn't really done anything. And I've been sitting here kind of like thinking about that. I'm like, okay, why did he do that? Like, was it just that important that Sarah not conceive under Abimelech? And was he protecting the people like that were
Well, I
meant
think
to
the bloodline
be?
was super important to him for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think he was trying to show us that be careful because you never know when you're entering into some sort of covenant that you don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So Jesus even said it, my people suffered for lack of knowledge. And so from the perspective of Abimelech, he didn't do a background check, if you will. He just saw that she was beautiful and was like, I'm just going to marry her since she's just his sister.
Yeah. Moral of the story, have the conversation. Have a conversation with the woman you're going to marry. That tends to help.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's my perspective of it is, yeah, Abraham lied for sure, definitely, out of fear.
Yeah.
Which I do all the time. Most of us have done it. And then for Abimelech's perspective, he simply didn't know.
Yeah.
He didn't look into it. And so he entered into a covenant that was already there that he wasn't supposed to be in. And that was just for lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of us get punished ourselves, if you will. It's because we don't know what we're entering into as far as covenants and relationships if we're not careful.
I find we say a lot of things that we shouldn't. Like when you say like say you stub your toe, you're like, ow, my toe hurts. You're reinforcing the idea that your toe hurts.
There's power in the tongue. How's
Yeah.
that verse go?
I'm usually not
Something like
capable of coherent thought. I usually just cuss profusely. I don't know what reality I'm conjuring.
Right,
with
right,
that,
right.
But it's just a lot of cuss
But I
words.
mean, afterwards, when you're walking around, and like you tell everybody and their dog that you hurt your toe because you want sympathy. I think that actually makes it worse. So if
Gotcha.
you don't talk about it, I think it goes away faster.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a hard lesson learned.
Yeah. All right. Are we ready to move on?
Sure.
Yeah, because we got all the way down to we got to 17 or 18. Okay. All right, 21. You want me to read it, or Trevor, do you want to read it, or?
What happened to 19 and 20?
We're on 20.
You ready?
Or
That was chapter 20.
We're on chapter 20. You just read chapter 20.
did we read 19?
Yes, that was Sodom and Gomorrah.
Is there a verse?
And Lot's sister, and Lot and his daughters.
19.
Is there a verse 19?
No, there's a verse 18 down here. It's like chapter 20 goes down to verse 18, and then it's done. We're on chapter 20.
Oh.
Chapter 20 goes down to verse 18.
Oh, okay.
And then we go to chapter 21.
Gotcha. I got confused.
Oh, you're good. Which has
I'm an
34
idiot.
verses. No, you're cool. You're cool. So who wants to read, or do you want me to read? Don't matter.
You go ahead.
Okay. Now the Lord was gracious to Sarah, as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, at the very time God had promised him. Abraham gave the name Isaac to the son Sarah bore him. When his son Isaac was 8 days old, Abraham circumcised him as God commanded him. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Sarah said, God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me. And she added, who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? Yet I have borne him a son in his old age. Hagar and Ishmael sent away. The child grew and was weaned, and on the day Isaac was weaned, Abraham held a great feast. But Sarah saw the son whom Hagar the Egyptian had borne to Abraham was mocking, and she said to Abraham, get rid of that slave woman and her son, for that woman's son will never share in the inheritance with my son Isaac. The matter distressed Abraham greatly because it concerned his son. And God said to him, do not be distressed about the boy and your slave woman. Listen to whatever Sarah tells you, because it is through Isaac that your offspring will be reckoned. I will make the son of the slave into a nation also, because he is your offspring. Early the next morning, Abraham took some food and a skin of water and gave them to Hagar. He set them on her shoulders and then sent her off with the boy. She went on her way and wandered in the desert of Beersheba. When the water in the skin was gone, she put the boy under one of the bushes. Then she went off and sat down about a bowshot away, for she thought, I cannot watch the boy die. And as she sat there, she began to sob. God heard the boy crying, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, what is the matter, Hagar? Do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying as he lies there. Lift the boy up and take him by the hand, for I will make him into a great nation. Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. So she went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink. God was with the boy as he grew up. He lived in the desert and became an archer. While he was living in the desert of Paran, his mother got a wife for him from Egypt. The treaty.
Hey, hold up.
Yes.
So it said she sat about a bow shot away from him, and then he grew up to be an archer. That's interesting.
That is interesting. I missed that, but you're right.
Why use that unit of measurement?
I don't know. It's a good source of irony, though. I do like that. Yeah. 7 pattern 7-7 says the birthright exchange. Then he adds, the light of the covenant is being passed to the one who values it, setting the stage for the 12 tribes. So I think what happened was Isaac had a covenant, or there's a covenant meant for Isaac, and then there's also another covenant established for Ishmael as well. So both people, or both kids become children who are going to father a nation, which is interesting. Yeah. So yeah. All right, the Treaty of Beersheba. At that time, Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his forces, said to Abraham, God is with you in everything you do. Now swear to me here before God that you will not deal falsely with me or my children or my descendants. Show to me and the country where you now reside as a foreigner the same kindness I have shown you. Abraham said, I swear it. Then Abraham complained to Abimelech about a well of water that Abimelech's servants had seized. But Abimelech said, I don't know who has done this. You did not tell me, and I heard about it only today. So Abraham brought sheep and cattle and gave them to Abimelech, and the two men made a treaty. Abraham set apart 7 ewe lambs from the flock, and Abimelech asked Abraham, what is the meaning of these 7 ewe lambs you have set apart by themselves? He replied, accept these 7 lambs from my hand as a witness that I dug this well. So that place was called Beersheba, because the two men swore an oath there. After the treaty had been made at Beersheba, Abimelech said, and Phicol, the commander of his forces, returned to the land of the Philistines. Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba, and there he called on the name of the Lord, the eternal God, and Abraham stayed in the land of the Philistines for a long time. So we got 2 comments here. Not your dude 96. Abraham, hey, sending Hagar away would be a little harsh, you know. Sarah, remember when you pimped me out because you didn't trust God for our safety? Abraham, word, she's gone. That's funny. Oh.
Nice. That's Jeremiah, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, I got it here. Not your 296, Jeremiah says. It's Jeremiah, by the way. I rebranded so I could more effectively spurg out against Zionism on the interwebs. Well, I don't know if we're going to do the episode this week or the week after next, but we've got... You'll have to tell me if you saw the Tucker Carlson and Mike Huckabee back and forth. We're going to do an episode on that maybe. So have we got a show for you eventually? So there you go. All right. Thoughts on all this, guys?
What happened?
Where were we?
Sorry.
Keep up,
This
Trevor.
talks about
Keep
him
up.
Hanging out. He lived in the land of the giants. I find that interesting.
Where'd you say that?
The Philistines.
Oh, you mean the Philistines. Okay. Yeah, there were Philistines in the area, I believe. So, yeah, I think you're right.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Um,
We're going to do one more chapter, or we got any other thoughts
Sure.
on this? All right. Because we got technically another 3 minutes. We'll do... Yeah, we'll try to get her done in a timely fashion. Sometime later, God tested Abraham and said to him, Abraham, here I am, he replied. Actually, I want to wait till next week. I don't want to rush past this one. This is sacrificing Isaac. Yeah, so that's kind of a big one. So I kind of want to wait on that.
Yeah, I want to look real close at that one too.
Yeah,
I'll
let's
just
hold
go back
off on
over
that one.
21.
So yeah, so we'll do 22 next week. Okay, so we've got like 2.5 minutes to kill before we've got an even 30. So anybody, we need to come up with content here. What do y'all think?
I mean, I can tease what I think about Isaac.
Why not? Go for it. Tease it. Tease away.
I don't know. I kind of feel like Abraham was praying to the devil, and then God stepped in at the end.
Really?
Well,
Interesting. Interesting.
I know that sounds a little harsh, but
You'll have to defend it, sir, but you have thoroughly teased.
yeah.
I am intrigued. Yeah, no, this is I kind of want to spend some time on that one. So
yeah,
yeah,
because I don't know. It just doesn't set right with me. You know.
Could you imagine being 100 years old and having a kid?
That's crushing. But back then it was. I mean, I think it was different.
Oh, they were much healthier than us. We're like feeble. We're like little
Remember we talked about
goblins
the
compared
water?
to them. Yes, you're right. The source water.
Yeah.
Gosh, that
Yeah,
is an
that's
interesting
right.
way. I wish I could figure out a way to confirm that or look more into that. Add
Yeah.
that on the to-do list. What I find
Yeah,
interesting.
I would say the physical human condition is directly correlative with the purity of our water in comparison to when it was new, because water is the oldest thing on the planet.
Well, we've just been drinking everybody's pee over and over again, so that can't
Yeah.
be good for us.
Right.
So-
And so like our skin and like our collagen and all that is directly proportionate to the condition of the water, I think.
Yeah. Well, one interesting theory I've heard that I kind of like is really our DNA is a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, and it works just like a fax machine. Whereas the more times you send the same copy of a document over and over again, the more glitches
What we
happen.
really get.
Yeah, so there's like this genetic drift that causes the body to slowly fall apart and degenerate. So
Entropy in genetics. I don't know
Yes.
if I believe that.
I think so. I think that's what a lot of it is. I think that's a good way to put it. Entropy in genetics. I think that's a very good way to explain what happened to us.
I don't know.
What do you think, Trevor?
I think that might I don't know. I think it might actually be backwards.
Oh
Because-
no, I don't believe that. We are not
because
getting
the DNA
better.
was corrupted with Nephilim genetics.
I'm sure some, but I don't think it was everybody. I don't think if you're
Yeah,
right, I don't think
not
it was
everybody.
Noah.
I think the American Indians were still pure.
Why the American Indians?
because I know some without wisdom teeth.
You think that's the criterion is wisdom teeth?
I think wisdom teeth are leftover Nephilim genetics. Because like the bigger a person is, the more wisdom teeth they have typically.
Interesting. See, I always
Like
kind of figured it was because we're
it's just
getting
like
smaller.
Extra giant teeth. Like the bigger your jawbone is, the more teeth you have, right?
Right.
So if you're a giant, you're gonna have a shitload of them.
Yeah.
So people like Shaquille O'Neal have bigger teeth, more teeth.
Huh? Shaquille? Yeah, he probably does. Or
Extra
did.
teeth.
I always figured it was just because we're getting smaller and more deformed, so our wisdom teeth no longer fit in our mouths.
No.
That's how I always figured it. Because I've got one
That's
wisdom
a
tooth
very
left. It literally
nihilistic way
grows.
to look at humans.
No, it's just entropy. It's like the result of living in a fallen world. Like the
Yeah,
world
but that's
is
an evolutionary
dying.
standpoint too, isn't it?
No, evolution is the exact opposite. Evolution is the myth of progress. So it's literally the opposite. Evolution states everything's getting bigger, faster, stronger, better over time. Whereas probably the opposite is true. We're probably degenerating because of the curse of the earth.
If eugenics was allowed, then that would make that true within.
No,
But it's not.
Eugenics actually makes it worse too. But they didn't. They're done. They didn't know that. They're just anyway.
Not your
Anyway.
dude 96 says it's our food and water. John the Baptist was staying healthy on locusts before Klaus Schwab started telling us to eat the bugs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is our food and water, but I think it's because they're poisoning it with Roundup and all sorts of fun chemicals.
Well, if
So-
glyphosate didn't exist, like our crops wouldn't exist. Because nobody wants to grow their own food.
I don't think that's true. I think big
There's
companies
no way-
monopolize farms and then whine about people not being willing to work. It's like, oh, people
There's
are
no
willing to
way-
work. You just bought everything. My dad was a dairy farmer. The DFA was trying to buy everything at the time. They run farmers out of business, then turn around and go, oh, nobody wants to work anymore. It's like, no, you're just buying everything up. Like, it ain't that people's work ethic has gone down. It's we need tort reform. So,
Yeah, but like I don't know. I don't think farming on a mass scale would be achievable due to like bugs and stuff without like glyphosate and dangerous chemicals like that.
I think it's more than achievable. They kind of lie to people and say that it isn't.
Yeah, maybe.
I think I think there's ways to pull it off. That's a whole other subject though. And I'm not a scientist.
I'm not a scientist, doctor.
I'm not a scientist, doctor, man. What are you saying? So, okay. All right. We're going to wrap up part 1 here. So
I think we killed our 2.5 minutes.
we also killed our credibility. But anyway.
That was funny.
All right, thank you. All right, guys, we got 3 more subjects left, so if you're on the live stream, stay with us. If you're watching this after the fact, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Later.
On to part 2. So, who wants to lead us in? This is Les Wexner and Victoria's not-so-secret congressional hearing.
I'll lead us in.
All right.
Welcome to Faith, Fiction, Folklore, or as we like to call it, the Try-F Podcast, where we try not to F the podcast up.
Okay, Cody.
Today we're going to talk about Les Wexner, or Wes Lexner, whatever you want to call him. Yeah.
Cody, do me a favor and do that again. That was pretty good, but you froze for the first half of it.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
you
so
froze.
for the editing
All right.
purposes and my own sanity, do it one more time, please.
Here we go.
Go for it.
Welcome to Faith, Fiction, and Folklore, or the Try-F Podcast, where we try not to F the podcast up. Today, we're talking about Les Wexner, or Wes Lexner, whatever you'd like to call him. Gary, how are you?
That was classy. I'm good, sir. I'm good.
Classy.
Trevor,
indeed.
how are you?
I don't know. How should I be?
Well, depends on what you think about Les Wexner.
Then there you go.
See, I don't know. That was like a bizarre. That was a weird accent. It was like half Oklahoma, half transatlantic, and it just
Yeah,
it was very
that's what I was
interesting.
going for.
That was what you were going for. It's like a Hick Frank Sinatra.
Hick radio announcer.
Hick radio
from the
announcer.
20s.
Okay, gotcha. That was classy. So it was like, I don't know. I felt like I needed to be cultured by smoking a corncob pipe. That was interesting. So anyway, so all right. Well, we're
Hey,
gonna.
do you have a cigar tonight? I haven't seen it.
I usually do. I have not decided to. I've decided not to smoke one tonight. But
Wow.
yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, so just thought I'd shake it up, I guess.
Consider it shaken.
Yeah,
Shake
yeah.
It off, shake it off.
All right, so underwear guy, where he went to Congress.
Underwear guy.
I don't know. So, all right. So this is just a teaser to kind of indicate how well this went, I guess. So this is his lawyer's advice.
Is this regularly done? Answer the question. 5 words, okay? Answer the question. Okay.
What a tense laugh.
I think it was tense. I think he's laughing at him.
So that was
I
a
don't
little
thi- I don't
ominous.
I don't think that lawyer is a candle in the wind.
I missed what he whispered. What did he say?
He said, I will effing kill you if you don't answer this next question in less than 5 words, okay?
That's his lawyer?
Yeah, that's either a legitimate threat or somebody going, or just somebody exasperated with an old man, one of the two.
I think that's literally what it is, man. Because it was. I mean, how far into the deposition is this? 3 hours?
I don't know.
Because I mean, at that point, you're gonna be pretty fed up with an old man rambling lies. He's just like spouting
Garbage.
nonsense. Yeah,
Just complete
He's just
garbage.
like, oh, I want to eat a hamburger.
Well, it's probably making the lawyer nervous too because he's old, and the more he lies and talks, the more crap he's got to account for later on when the
Sure,
Congress starts asking questions. It's like, shut up, you old fool. Not Your Dude 96 says, Cody's 4th try. Hey, welcome, Faith, Farts, and Star-Lord. Damn it! So. Oh, man, that's funny. All right, so I guess we'll start off with the full thing. I don't know how entertaining this is going to be, but we'll see. We'll click around for a minute. So, alrighty.
Of this deposition.
Welcome back, guys. Today
Hey,
I'm going to teach
looking
you
at-
exactly how to make one perfect batch gallon of sweet tea using
Objections must be stated concisely and in a non-argumentative and non-suggestive manner. If the witness refuses to answer a question to preserve a privilege, the committee may seek a ruling from the chair. If the chair overrules any such objection, the witness shall be ordered to answer. If the witness continues to refuse to answer a question despite being ordered to do so, the witness may be subject to sanction. Do you understand?
Yes.
Ordinarily, we take a 5-minute break at the end of each hour of questioning, but if you need a longer break or a break before that, please let us know, and we will be happy to accommodate. However, to the extent that there is a pending...
I gotta be honest, I don't feel like he knows what planet he's on. Like, just staring at him for 30 seconds, I'm like, I don't think this guy knows where he is. Is this
I
an
can
act?
relate.
Is he pleading insanity, or do you think he's legitimately old and cantankerous? Or confused?
Well, he's demon possessed for sure, so there's that aspect.
You think he's still demon possessed? I know he claimed it at like the what was it? Yeah, earlier, whenever he was at his peak, he claimed that demons possessed him.
I mean, do you see him walking around proclaiming Jesus' name?
No, but that doesn't mean you're demon
Then
possessed
probably.
automatically. He looks creepy, but that might just be like old.
You keep doing apologetics for the Victoria's Secret guy, I mean, if you want, but
I am willing to defend any man, no matter how creepy and no matter how much underwear he sells. That's a joke. So, anyway.
So what's he on trial exactly?
He's
for?
not on trial. This is a congressional hearing. Here's the thing. So for people who don't know, this guy, this is Les Wexner. He was the former CEO of Victoria's Secret. He was supposedly the co-conspirator for Jeffrey Epstein at one point. Or that's what he was accused of doing. He was accused of basically helping Epstein traffic women. Somehow, he gave Epstein a bunch of money. We don't know why he gave him a bunch of money. So
Did they give him a house in New York?
he might have. He might have. I don't remember.
One of the first things I heard about, like years ago, about Epstein, that he was hooked up with this guy.
Yeah, I know they've been hooked up for a long time. And we've talked about it in the past that basically one of the ways that this trafficking worked is that, hey, you're a pretty girl. Look, come work for Victoria's Secret. You know, it's like this big fancy company that has credibility and everything. And so, you know, the women actually believed it and would go to New York or whatever, and then they'd get trafficked. It's kind of the theory, I guess you'd say. Mm-hmm. And so this is how one of the ways that they would catch women is using his company. So did he or did he not know about it? Probably knew about it, but, you know, it's all allegedly at this point. So, because the FBI at one point claimed he was a co-conspirator, and then they redacted his name. So Massey's point last week was like, did you change your mind? Is he no longer a co-conspirator? Like, what's the deal here? Why did you redact the name? And, of course, Pam Bondi was like, look at the Dow! And then, or what did she say? She said, how dare you vote against this bill that would have banned AI porn? You're despicable, you know, instead of answering the question. So we never found out. So they're having a congressional hearing trying to figure out, like, what this guy's story even is. Because the FBI hasn't even told us that much, really. So we all caught up.
That's a funny picture.
Well, now you got to tell us what the picture is. You teased it.
I can't unless she sends it to me.
Oh. Okay. Well, you can hold it in front of the camera.
It could be AI, but it's Clinton and Trump. Oh, it says it's fake.
Oh, it's fake. Okay. Well, then there you go. I'm still curious about it, though. Horrible AI.
No, it's pretty good.
Killing me, Smalls.
Sorry, bro.
All right, that's fine. So
I don't want to spread disinformation.
You don't want to spread disinformation. Oh yeah, we're all about accuracy here, and teleporting Bigfoots and all. So, all right. Anyway, so let's see here. Let's get back to this.
Question. We would ask that you finish answering the question before we take a break.
We don't
Do
need
you
to know the
understand?
rules.
Yes.
Finally, I will note for everyone here today that the contents of what we discuss in the deposition is confidential under the House. We will go back on the record. Another member of Congress joined. Can he please identify himself for the record?
Dave Mann, California 47. Thank you for being here. Dave Mann out of California 47.
I'm sorry.
Dave Mann
Oh,
out of California 47.
that's.
Thank you.
The time reads 10:17, and the majority's time will begin now.
I don't know how he can't hear with them ears.
Mr. Wexner.
It's my birthday.
What?
I don't know how he can't hear with them ears.
Yeah, that's some pretty big ears, man. I can't throw stones though. I mean, you've seen my ears; they're awful. So anyway, I could fly away. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Not Your Dude 96 says, dude's gonna roll over on everyone, then die. Once they finally sentence him, he'll just say, Your Honor, a list of other associates is right under there. Judge, underwear, Wexner, laugh my ass off. Dies.
You can say he got the last joke on that one.
He got the last laugh. All right.
Is it true that you submitted a statement to the committee this morning?
Yes, I did.
I will now enter as Exhibit 1 the statement of Leslie H.
It's Exhibit 3 because you've.
Exhibit 3, excuse me. Statement of Leslie H. Wexner submitted to the committee
Dude, look at him.
Oversight and Government.
Do you see that? He laughed like
He's
he laughed
totally
like
talking to. He's totally faking.
What's his name? The Bilbo Baggins. If you back it up a few seconds, he looks like Bilbo Baggins when he laughs.
Yeah.
Or Smeagol, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, I caught that, Cody, yeah.
Okay. I missed it.
Mr. Wexner, let's start by briefly discussing your education and experience. Where did you attend undergraduate school?
The Ohio State University,
And what degree did you graduate with?
business degree.
And I know you had a long career, but can you briefly summarize your professional career for the committee?
Well, I was raised in a very poor family, and we had no money. And I had an Aunt Ida, and she loaned me her life savings, which was $5,000. And on the understanding I could put it in the bank so it appeared that I'd have money. And I could borrow money from a bank, and I opened a store in 1963. And then I opened a store every year for the next 5 or 6 years. And so by 1969, I had 6 stores. I took that company public, not to raise money, because it was remarkably successful.
Did I skip ahead? I'm trying to get
seems
to
like
the
you did.
laugh. I'm trying to figure out the laugh, but it's not. Oh, well, I'll take your word for it. He laughed like Smeagol, then. We'll just go on.
He'll probably laugh again.
Yeah.
And I wanted the associates of the business to own a piece of the business. So I gave stock to virtually everybody that worked in the stores and the back rooms and cleaning people. I mean, I'm very proud of that. And then opened more stores and figured out at one point that there was a limit to how many limited stores I could open. So I invented a second business called Express and opened up more and more stores. And what the business then turned into was the largest multi-division fashion specialty business in the world. And in hindsight, I kind of invented multi-store, national and international store retailing. And just a remarkable, as I look back, I don't know how I did it, but probably in my lifetime I opened 10,000 stores around the world, probably 20 different brands. So that's what I did. And that's what I did in business. I started to tell you what I do.
I'm pretty much
personally,
innocent.
but that's another story.
What?
He said, that's what I did, and I'm pretty much innocent.
I didn't do anything wrong. Yep, that's it. Okay.
Thank you. Let's move on to your relationship with Mr. Epstein. When did you first meet Jeffrey Epstein?
Probably 35 years ago, 40 years ago, I don't remember exactly. And met him through friends.
Approximately what year would you have met him?
I have a 134 IQ.
Oh, come on.
I make less money than friends who barely passed high school. Here's what I finally discovered.
Probably between 80 and 85. I don't remember.
And how did you first come to meet Mr. Epstein?
The only part I don't believe is I met him through friends. Friends. Like, no, I think you met him through the CIA. I think there was some handler that got you all connected. That's just my
How do you
opinion,
think
though.
the CIA
Allegedly.
How do you think the CIA gets involved with you? They pretend to be your friend.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think he was working for a bank, and then BCCI or somebody closed down or whatever because they got convicted or caught or something. And then they were like, well, Epstein, Jeff, it's time for your next assignment. Hey, Les Wexner, that guy that sells underwear, come here a minute. And yeah, thus, I don't know, what would you call it? A partnership from hell was born. So.
Yeah.
Was really by accident. I was friends with a couple, Bob and Wendy Meister, and I was in Florida, and I'd never been to Florida, so they were driving me around, showing me what South Florida looked like, and and they showed me the Breakers Hotel, and they were just driving around the driveway, and Bob stopped the car and he said, "There's somebody you should meet." really smart, savvy guy named Jeffrey Epstein. And so they stopped the car. I was sitting in the back seat. They introduced me to Jeffrey, and we drove off. That was about it.
So at that
See, I don't buy that. I don't buy that. Hey, we just pulled up to some billionaire's house, and we're like, hey, there's a guy you should meet. We just pulled up to his gate, and then
Well,
he
he said
came
they
out.
were driving
It was
around the
great.
parking lot.
Yeah.
Like
Come on,
driving around the
guys.
parking lot, just like, yeah, we're just gonna drive around this parking lot until this guy shows up.
Yeah.
Right. And then he shows up, and then like he gets in the car, but he leaves that part out. Right.
Yeah, that
How
story
to
didn't
make
make
a
any
deal.
sense. That story didn't make any sense. What were you gonna say, Trevor?
How to make a deal.
How
Drive
to-
around the parking lot.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, the only time I've ever driven around parking lots is making deals.
Oh, right. Okay, I gotcha. Little Lord Fauntleroy didn't know what you were talking about there for a minute. So, anyway.
that time, you had no knowledge of Mr. Epstein until Mr. Meiser introduced you to him.
Never heard of him, never saw him, never met him.
Did Mr. Meiser
Okay, are we going to try to, like, guess body language here? Because I just want to point out, when he said that, he did the rapid blinking thing, and his mouth started doing the twitching thing. I'm like, oh, you lying. You're full of crap. you know?
And he said it 3 times. Never heard of him, never met him, never saw him. He had to accentuate all the ways in which he never knew this guy.
Yeah, that was weird. That was kind of a shift. He started getting nervous, and now the little grin is gone. He just we're playing Columbo. This would not work in an academic setting, just so you know. But you know, I'm just saying he looks a little sus right now.
Yeah.
He might as well just said it. I met him at a crossroads.
Well, he might as well have a neon sign behind him that says guilty. You know, it's like, I did it. I did it. He looks pretty guilty right now. Just, we don't know for sure. Just speculating.
ever raise any concerns about Mr. Epstein?
No, he didn't.
And you meet him in Florida. What's your first impression of Mr. Epstein?
Kind of a medium dark-haired guy. I don't
Medium
remember so much
dark-haired
more
guy.
how shaking.
What an odd thing to say.
He asked him, what was your first impression of Jeffrey Epstein? He was a medium dark-haired guy.
You just
That's what I
described
always
happy-
say.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's how I rank people. It's like, what's the color of his hair?
What the hell?
Yeah. That's an odd response. What do you think, Trevor?
I think missing context.
Missing context. All right, there we go. Asked and answered. Hearsay. Move to strike.
Yeah, no, I don't trust him at this point.
Oh no, yeah, no. He's coming off pretty bad so far.
His hands or maybe nodding from the back seat of the car.
What was your first impression of Mr. Epstein?
He was just a guy, but medium height and with dark hair.
At that time, did you have any understanding of what he did for work?
No,
I mean, looking back on it, the demons flying behind him should have been a tell, but you know, at the
Well, I
time
wasn't
it was
gonna
just
say
part of the
anything, but yeah.
setting.
If you look close enough, you can see a demon hand on his shoulder there.
What?
Huh?
What?
I didn't say nothing.
Are you adding to my joke, or are you actually claiming to see a demon hand?
Both.
Both? Okay. Never know with you, Trevor. All right,
Did you
anyway.
understand Mr. Epstein to already be wealthy when you met him?
no.
No, I thought he was poor. What?
At this time, I would like to introduce what will be marked as Majority Exhibit 4. This is a Vanity Fair article entitled Inside Jeffrey Epstein's Bond with Les Wexner from 2021. The article reports on the origins of your relationship with Mr. Wexner.
My name is Sherlock Holmes.
Hi.
I've always been
Hey,
more
look,
thinking
an
than a
ad.
fighter. I'm curious why.
That was a
Okay,
great movie.
that ad just made me angry. I just saw like 5 seconds of it. I instantly got angry. Sherlock Holmes is not a rebel without a cause. I instantly hate that movie. You're all full of it. That was the wrong archetype for Sherlock Holmes. How dare you? You've insulted his memory. All right, okay, sorry.
One more. What?
I hate this stuff.
I'll note a hearsay objection for the record.
I'm sorry.
What are they? They're looking at a picture, guys, right now. It looks like an unscrupulous picture is being presented.
I'm noting my objection. I'm not instructing him not to answer. I'm noting that this is hearsay.
Just going to mute that for a minute. They are flipping through, some paperwork with a photograph on it, and it looks very uncomfortable and awkward and tense. Almost as if they're guilty.
Around 1986, consistent with your testimony today, it says that you were introduced by Mr. Macer. Do you agree with the article's characterization?
I don't know. I remember seeing the article.
Do you agree with the article's characterization that you met Mr. Epstein through Mr. Macer?
Objection. What character? You said he didn't read it. What characterization are you referring to?
Okay, what I think is going on is that they're challenging the bullcrap parking lot story. They're saying that Epstein met him through another guy, Mr. Macer. Meister. Okay, so I'm hearing that correct, right? I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. So.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that's what he said too.
Was it Mr. and Mrs. Macer?
Meister.
Yeah. We'd have to go back and play it again. I don't think it was because he said that he met him through the husband and the wife. They were driving in the car in the parking lot in front of a mansion going, hey, you should really meet that guy. And then, the billionaire just kind of comes out because that's what one does with a billionaire. So anyway.
But he didn't know he was rich.
Didn't know he was rich. The parking lot was not a tell, right?
I'm already frustrated. Like, I can't imagine the lawyer. I bet the lawyer was pissed by the second hour.
Yeah, just like, shut up, and he just keeps talking.
You dumbass, lying old man.
He's already
I want a cheeseburger.
Yeah. No, I agree. Oh, man. Okay, moving on.
Go off the record.
Oh, come on.
That's not fair.
So you previously testified.
This is all a lie and a pretense, and they just turned the camera back on.
So, the one part where he had to actually tell the truth and answer the question they put off the record.
Of course, yeah.
Like, this is a waste of time.
You're probably right. You think that all the good information was taken off the record?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trevor, 90%.
Trevor, you share that opinion?
I still think there's missing context.
What does it even mean, missing context? What context are you looking for?
It's Trevor trying to sound smart is what that is.
Yes.
Oh, you got to go hearsay. Asked and answered. You just need to start shouting like lawyer terms. Objection! Overruled!
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained!
I don't know what overruled means. Or sustained.
Hearsay! Alright, just shout those words like with a lot of passion. People will think you'll know what you're talking about.
Heresy.
Introduce you to Epstein, is that right?
Alright, we'll move on from this then.
There's just a bunch of comics.
Alright, okay, we'll start here. We'll end with the birthday card one. Actually, this was an interesting moment. Forgot about this. So, okay, let's play this birthday card thing and see what we get.
We had 2 aircraft, the 727, and we replaced it with a 737. And I don't remember, they looked alike except for their motors. So I can't remember. I know which came first and which came second, but I can't tell you in time.
And just to back up for a brief second, did you keep detailed flight logs for the personal travels on your corporate jet?
I believe we kept flight logs.
I'm gonna skip on.
Do you know why you do not have those flight logs?
I would assume CEOs don't keep flight.
We kept logs, but we just deleted them because that's what one does with flight logs. What? What do you mean? What? Of course we lost them. I'm an old man.
Logs of their company airplanes. That's a kind of shocking question.
You wouldn't have the corresponding flight logs of when you personally used the jet on your own your personal finances?
I think there are probably two reasons that I know we kept flight logs. And I think it's a government requirement that you have to have flight logs on an airplane. But two, so many people in the business, different CEOs would be using the planes, and every plane request would come to me because I wanted them to travel, and I wanted to make sure that they were then traveling with the people that they were traveling with.
Okay, did I miss that? Because it sounds like he just dodged. Like they asked, why were your flight logs gone? And he's like, well, there's two reasons we'd have flight logs.
Yeah. Now he's explaining why you would need a flight log.
Yeah, I think that's a dodge. That strikes me as a dodge.
Yeah, dude's a politician.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why we're dealing... Like, when does he talk about the birthday card? That was the one thing I'd seen from this. Let's skip far ahead here.
Victoria's Secret specifically? Executives or anyone of that such?
I'm sure you knew people or would reach out to people in the business, but I don't know.
Did you ever make executives at Victoria's Secret aware that you would prevent Mr. Epstein from coming to any fashion shows or around any models?
Not that I recall.
Are you aware of Mr. Epstein bringing any women to Victoria's Secret to potentially model for Victoria's Secret?
No.
Do you know who Jean-Luc Brunel is?
Never heard of him.
Dude has dodged every single question.
What?
He's dodged every single question. Like, deny, obfuscate.
Yeah. I know
Deny,
it's nothing.
deny.
I know it's nothing. Trying to get to this birthday card thing, though. Because there was a semantics game he played I wanted to show. But let's see if we can even get to it.
Because the answer would be, if I thought he was, I would have fired him.
Maybe we're getting close. I'm seeing him flipping through paper here. Here we go. Let's try to get to 15. Alright, let's just keep playing. Yeah, we're at 15. They bring up the birthday card here in a minute.
I am now going to enter as Majority Exhibit 6 a letter from a birthday book compiled for Jeffrey Epstein's 50th birthday in January of 2003. I'll give you a second to familiarize yourself with the letter.
What's the exhibit number?
6.
Oh my gosh.
Is that a mushroom?
Dang, so Epstein's like 72
Mr. Wexner,
or 73?
is this letter familiar to you?
If
Say-
he were alive.
Say that again.
If Epstein were alive, he would be 72 or 73.
Oh, yeah?
That's crazy.
Yeah, they were at this for forever. He was involved in Iran-Contra. These are old dudes, man.
It's so crazy how far back this goes. Man.
It's almost like it started with a particular generation we were talking about before the show. It's almost like they're a bunch of weird perverts.
I have seen it before, yes.
Where have you seen it before?
I'm part of I think the documents preparation for today's meeting.
Did you yourself write this letter to Mr. Epstein?
Sadly, I did.
Wait, no. Hang on.
Read the letter.
That's ridiculous.
What?
It was like, have you ever seen this letter? And he said, yes. And he said, where have you seen this letter? And he said, I saw it this morning going through the case documents. And then he's like, did you write this letter? And he's like, yes.
I think
Why didn't you answer, I wrote this letter the first time.
I think it's one of those things where he wrote it, forgot he wrote it, and then it came up in the trial, and he was like, oh, crap. Like it's something he wrote 40 years ago and then forgot about it.
No. But the first time the guy asked him, where have you seen this letter before? He should have said, I wrote it.
You're right.
I saw it this morning.
Hey, it's like they're so used to lying, they even frame their truthful statements like lies because it's just like an impulse. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
literally.
Like they can't even tell the truth the way normal people tell the truth.
100%. That's insane.
Yeah.
Does Maxwell approach you to write this letter for Mr. Epstein's birthday?
I think the request was to write a card or a note or something for a birthday book.
And did that come from Miss Maxwell?
I don't remember.
Mr. Wexner, would you please read the main body of the birthday note for the record, please?
I wanted to get you what you want, so here it is. Happy birthday, your friend Leslie.
And what was your understanding
not
of
gonna
what
show the letter.
Mr. Epstein would want?
He was a bachelor, so I drew a pair of boobs.
Again, it's almost like that whole generation is comprised of old perverts. So
almost like that.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, basically, like it's the original video I watched, it actually had a picture of the video, and he wrote this letter, and then he put, like female breasts at the bottom of it. And it was the exact same, again, everything with like the Democrat Party in this entire world, it's always projection. Because you remember that weird poem that they tried to pin on Trump?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that thing was obviously fake because it's not like, there's no way Trump's going to write a poem. Guy from the construction worker realm wrote a sonnet for his buddy Jeffrey. That's like ridiculous. But who did draw creepy drawings and stuff on the letters? It's Les Wexner and Jeffrey Epstein. So it's just an example of projection. So I thought that was interesting and typical and telling and all that.
Yeah.
So, any final thoughts before we move on? Objection.
Sustained.
I'll have a cheeseburger. Order in the court. I don't know. Okay, I guess we're doing this shtick the whole show. So, all right. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay with us if you're on the live stream. We've got another 2 segments left if you are watching this after the fact. We will see you next time.
Thank you.
Deuces.
On to part 3.
Wait, did they not convict him of anything?
Les Wexner?
No.
No.
Oh.
That would require gumption. Anyway, so, okay. Welcome to Faith, Fiction, and Folklore, or as we like to call it, the Try-Out Podcast, where we try not to mess the podcast up. And today, we're going to go over X for about 30 minutes and see if there's been any updates. I have heard that they made another document dump on the Epstein files. I'm not sure that they had, But it makes sense that they would, since it's a weekend and they always try to sneak this crap past people. And it's like, you idiots, everybody's off on the weekend. What do you think you're going to spend all weekend doing? Reading the files. This doesn't work. Quit trying it. But they've been doing this ever since the Trump administration started. They'll make these document dumps on the weekend and hope nobody notices. So, anyway, so I don't know if that's actually true or not. So we were going to check our kind of main go-to source in all this, the Epstein Files Twitter page or X page, and we were just going to see what's new, if anything. So, with that being said, are you gentlemen?
Ow!
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good? Okay, because I got worried there. That was very sudden.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
have the blue check mark. That's very important.
I guess we don't have a blue check mark. We're important. Anyway, okay.
Importante.
Anyway, yeah. So, okay. Which, by the way, if you want to, join our X page, it's Faith, Fiction, and Folklore on X. No blue check mark because we're cheap. So
Do that.
All right. So, okay, with that said, we're going to just see what happens. I have no idea if this segment's going to work or not, but we're going to experiment.
I'm going to kill my camera momentarily. I'm still here, though.
You're going to kill your camera? Okay. All right. He's doing something probably illegal, just so everybody knows. I don't know. All right. Anyway, so we got an email here. That's pinned. That was pinned 3 hours ago. This must have been a big deal for him to pin it. But he just pinned it. All right, let's look at this. Okay. Hopefully my... Hey, my window's actually centered for once. Let me read this here. This is from Jay, this is Epstein's thing, to Masha Drakova, which, by the way, I don't know if anybody's, knows this, but, yeah, Prince Andrew got arrested, right? There's people all over Europe getting arrested.
Is it all from Epstein file stuff?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
it's all coming down, man. These Epstein files weren't nothing burgers. It's kind of nuts.
You could say they're draining the swamp finally.
No, they're not draining the swamp, though, because they're only using the law against people that they don't like.
Yeah, it could be. That could be it. It's like we're just finding all the fall guys, so we can hopefully make it look like something's happening. Because Andrew, for as bad as he was, Prince Andrew Wabershire or whatever his name is. I'm not even going to try to say it right. He's clearly the brother nobody liked anyway, and so they're arresting him. It's like the ugly, duckling of the family. So he was tied into all this crap, so they went after him.
What exactly? How is he tied into it?
Well, remember Virginia Giuffre? Virginia Roberts? Yeah. That was the guy that attacked her. And he was the main dude that she was complaining about. And one of the people we suspected of killing her was the royal family because they knew this was going to lead to Andrew's arrest, the formerly known as Prince Andrew's arrest.
Wow.
So, yeah. It's coming out and we're getting results, and I think he was the main perpetrator of her. So, I mean, I know they're gonna say something other than what actually happened, It's not gonna be like they're actually going to be honest and say he's being arrested for child trafficking. That would be too much like an apology. So they'll make up some bull crap and arrest him for something else. But the dude's still gonna die in prison. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
Has there been anything about Princess Diana in there?
Not that I'm aware of. No. So who knows though? I mean, it's like half of it's been dumped. I think there's still another 3 million to go, unless there was another dump tonight and that number's changed. But I'm not sure.
Say again, Gary.
There could be something about that. Who knows? We've only got about half of them, unless this document dumped tonight, assuming there was one, changes that.
Callie just told me that she died in 95, and the Epstein files only go back to 2007. So.
I don't know if it's 2007. I think Epstein was starting to pull crap in the late 90s. I think.
Well, 97.
Yeah, something like that. Like Diana died, I think,
Mom's
was it
calling me. You calling?
96? I don't remember exactly. It wouldn't surprise me though. That family's. I'm glad we're not British. Let's just put it that way. So let me read this email here. This is from G Vacation, which is Epstein, to Masha Dravoka. Your friend, Elizabeth, told me about the project she is doing. Researching a really bad guy that gets children for sex sent to his island. She almost fainted when I told her that person is me. Holy crap. Let me just read that again. Your friend, Elizabeth, told me about the project she is doing. Researching a really bad guy that gets children for sex sent to his island. She almost fainted when I told her that person is me.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't say who this is?
No, that was Epstein.
Oh, wow.
That was Epstein fessing up to the crime. Wow. Okay.
We should hang that guy.
Yeah, that would. Too bad he made it out of the prison. So.
I think he's still on the island.
Some people said that. I mean, I hope he died, but who knows?
There's been people that have tried to go to the island and it's like locked up. There's guards and stuff.
Yeah, because there's like a bunch of cult Kabbalah crap. Or who knows what else up there. It's like a bunch of cult crap.
No, I think he's still there. I don't think he ever left.
You don't think so?
He's just chilling.
Dude, that would make me so angry if that was actually the case. I don't know. That would make me... That might send me over the edge. It might be an episode of Falling Down waiting to happen. But anyway.
I mean, do you believe Hitler escaped Argentina?
I think we have to. Didn't we do an episode where that got confirmed? I feel like we did an episode almost a year ago where like he got confirmed.
We did talk about it, but we never did a full episode about it.
Yeah, because I thought they confirmed that theory finally that he did make it down there.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just more people postulating because I feel like it's starting to come back to me now that I'm bringing it up. It's like they were just basically reviewing Tim Kennedy's documentary series or whatever. So it was like really nothing new. They were just clickbaiting. I think is how that went.
We just went over it, like skimmed over it like that.
Yeah, but
we didn't do like a full episode or anything.
We did show pictures of the area.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, I hope not, but it very well could have been. You know what I mean? Like there's clearly like a Nazi presence down there, so it's not inconceivable that happened. So, I mean, it may very well have happened. I mean, it's not like the Russians would have actually told the truth if Hitler got away anyway. You know, yeah. I don't know if they got him, but if they didn't get him, they would have said they got him. You know.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's see if I can finish this email chain here. Your friend, okay, we already read that. Katya has a law firm, corporate law. She also understands blockchain regulations and ecosystem well. Alexia is film director. She's working on Human Rights VR movie. Alexandra is an actress and art expert, has business ideas. All of them are smart, high energy, and great. So this is, I think, another email sent to Masha Drukva. No, this is her responding to him. So she had no idea what to make of that previous one, so I guess this is her response.
He's people shopping.
Yeah, you might be right, actually. Maybe so. Okay, so then they have this kind of bullcrap note here. Please note, the information contained in this communication is confidential, may be attorney-client privilege, may constitute inside information, and is intended only for the use of the addresses. It is the property of G. Unauthorized use, disclosure, or copying of this communication or any part thereof is strictly prohibitive and may be unlawful. If you have received this communication error, please notify us immediately by a return email or by email to Jeffrey Epstein's email, and destroy this communication and all copies thereof, including all attachments, copyrights, all right reserves. Oh yeah, if you get this email, send us an email letting us know you got it so we can kill you. Yeah, I'm going to get right on that, guys. Good night. What a bunch of psychopaths. All right, anyway. So that just got pinned. Dude, that's like a smoking gun email. That is a smoking gun. We got a question here. Is the release of alien information to distract from the Epstein virus? Obviously. Come on, guys. Let's not even pretend like... Yes, they're doing the ET thing to distract from Epstein. That's like the next playbook. Come on. It's not like we didn't go through 4 years of Biden where they pulled this crap. We know the score by now. It's the same FBI.
Aliens. So funny, dude.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get the real disclosure, this guy. This
I think
time.
it actually irritates me when people talk about aliens.
It's starting to irritate me because every time we have an episode about this topic, it's always bullcrap. It's always like these lame guys. They're like, oh, yeah, we were sent to a brig and shown the truth. It's the real deal. We swear. And it's like, They sent you to a brig? Why? How is that proof of anything? So, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's pretty stupid.
People that try to validate, like, are aliens demons? I'm just like, ugh.
Well, I'd say probably.
I don't think they're real. Like, the alien thing is like, it's a CIA put up.
Okay.
It's not even
question
functionally real.
What are those lights that I keep seeing in my house then, though? I don't know if they're aliens.
It could be literally anything.
But what could it be? It can't be an airplane. Well, it can't be a drone.
Man, I don't know. It could be a balloon.
I don't know if it could be a balloon because it goes up at a 45-degree angle and then like vanishes. It's like, it's weird. It's weird. I've never seen crap do that before. Like, we've literally got 2 episodes devoted to those stinking lights. Like, I've got the receipts. I don't know what they are, but I got receipts that they're real.
Do you think it's within the atmosphere?
I don't know. I feel like.
I think it could be in the stars.
I think if it's in the atmosphere, it's probably, well, no. Here's the thing. Some of them are very, very low. You know what I mean? Like, they're super low, and you can tell they're low, and they fly in, like, a left-to-right linear path. Others, they stay in conjunction with the Little Dipper. Like, so as the Little Dipper is going across the sky, they're doing these little, like, orbits around the Little Dipper. That's what I've noticed. And so
if you watch them, they're right above the tree line from a certain angle.
Mm-hmm. And they go up at a 45 and they fade. And then they fade back in, go up at a 45 and they fade. It's like they're doing a circular kind of orbit thing. Like within conjunction of the Little Dipper who's like here, and they just kind of do that all night as the Little Dipper's moving across the globe.
I mean, you believe in satellites, right?
Yeah, but they're very different than satellites. So you can see satellites out here at night, like super dark. You can see a satellite. It moves fast. It's left to right. You know, pretty obvious when you're seeing a satellite. You know what I mean? It's like, and these things are brighter than you've seen Starlink, right?
Yeah.
The lights are brighter than those Starlink lights, and they're faster too. So, I don't know what they are.
I don't know, man.
It's trippy.
Maybe it's a spaceship.
I have no clue.
I believe in the magnetic spaceships. I mean, UFOs or whatever you want to call them.
They might be like super advanced drones. Like, I wonder, because this is something that's bothered me.
Germany was making UFOs like the what was it called? The Bell? The Nazi Bell?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think, this is just me, I think you're dealing with a super advanced type of drone or some kind of tech. Like, actually, Alex Jones had an interesting theory this week that I thought was fascinating. Somebody was saying that we've got a base already on the moon, and we figured out a new way to travel that has nothing to do with propulsion. Like they say, maybe we got like CERN to work or some variation of CERN to work. And when you smash particles together, you can actually open a doorway. But the guy was claiming that if people walk through it, they get like cancer or something and die because it's like a really highly radioactive like portal. And so they can only send drones through that stuff. And so you're seeing stuff move in and out of like, hypothetically, those things could be a craft moving in and out of like a portal or something. That's like a drone that's completely mechanical because that's the only thing that can get through those things without dying. Just speculation, but who knows? I don't have a better explanation. I don't have any clue what they are. So I am skeptical of aliens being like, yeah, I am skeptical of like the whole like ET thing coming here to visit us or whatever, because I'm just like, why? We cannot possibly be that interesting to travel, you know, however many million miles for or whatever. But I think it's something. I don't think it's a nothing burger or whatever. Just don't know what it could be.
Yeah.
What do you think, Trevor? You're being quiet.
I think. Objection.
Hearsay. Moving on.
Overruled.
Move to strike. All right, this is out of frame, guys. Apologies. I'm just going to read it, though. This is from Epstein. You can issue a reward of any of blank friends. A equals I don't know what that means. Family that come from and help prove her allegations. So that's an end. Acquaintance family that come forward and help prove her allegations are false. The strongest is the Clinton dinner and the new version in the Virgin Islands that Stephen Hawking participated in, an underaged orgy. So these
Stephen
are
Hawking?
accusations.
Holy moly.
So these are accusations. Oh, yeah, they've been accusing him of going to the island for depraved things, but people are like, he was handicapped. Why would that even happen? I don't know. So that's been an accusation. Breaking. The Epstein scandal's impact is growing wider. Okay, so this is mentioning
Can
Andrew's
Stephen Hawking
arrest.
even get a hard on?
I don't
Sorry,
think
was that
so.
cruel?
I don't think so. I think that's like part of the whole handicap was that he was paralyzed from the neck down. That's the way I understood it.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a weird one.
Alex Jones also had a theory. Or somebody, Dark Horse Journalist, I think was the guy's name. He was saying that a lot of these guys kind of buy into like the Atlantean cult stuff.
Yeah.
So they believe there's like a bunch of underwater ruins outside of Cuba. And one theory was that they're flying Hawkins down there to read some like seismic data or something out of that region in Cuba. I heard, so some, again, theory,
You think Stephen
speculation.
Hawking is actually a genius?
No.
Okay.
I saw the same Owen Benjamin tape that you saw. I know what you're thinking, and I agree with you. I know exactly where your brain's at right now.
Hilarious.
So.
Oh man.
All right, so we got something pretty awful here, looks like. Disgusting Prince Andrew playing with child who has a... Oh, that's horrible. So a breast-shaped ball with a nipple. This poor baby, if this doesn't make your stomach turn and show you how sick these people are, then I don't know what to tell you. Oh, yeah, I think he deserves to die in prison. Very much so. All right, so this is the alien tweet. Yeah, this is just a distraction. This is the lawyer threatening to kill Les Wexner if he doesn't shut up or answer in less than 5 words. All right, let's see. Prince Andrew released from police custody after 12 hours of questions. It's reported he's been released while the police gather more evidence. The conditions or restrictions, if any, of his release are unknown at this time. So I didn't know that. Let's
So
see.
as of right now, he's released.
Yeah, he's been released after 12 hours of questioning. So let's see.
I want to see that question.
Why isn't that guy in jail?
I don't know. I want him to go to jail for COVID.
Yeah.
I wish. Why
mean,
doesn't
he's got-
India have a
he's got-
CIA so they can nab him and bring him back to India to prosecute him?
He has TED Talks on YouTube that are arrest worthy.
I agree. Oh, I agree. This guy. Yeah, he needs. Mingala. It's like a Mingala knockoff. Bill Epstein, who Gates pulled out of Keynote AI speaking role just hours before he was scheduled to speak in India. Note, he was not in India to start with. His excuse, to keep the focus on the event. The real reason? He's been outed as one of Epstein's besties even after his predator conviction in 2016. That doesn't surprise me. Okay. So it doesn't look like there's actually been a new document dump. I'm not seeing anything that makes me think there's been new information. Although this, the fact that this got pinned 3 hours ago does say that that's a big deal. That confirms it's a big deal. Okay, so we've still got, I think, another 10 minutes to go. Do we want to go to the DOJ's website and...
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Type in Bill Gates on the DOJ.
Type in Bill Gates. We can do that because last time we typed in a bunch of stuff, didn't work out. But we'll see what they got. We're just gonna keep attention on it until somebody gets arrested in our country. We're just gonna keep going. And hopefully, Billy Gates. Oh my goodness. 2,616 results.
Wow.
Yeah, he was on there quite a bit. So we got here, from blank to Epstein, subject Leon Botstein. Leon Botstein.
Butstein. Leon Butstein
is available to come see you on Monday after getting off his plane from Detroit. He lands at 4 p.m. and could be to you by 5 p.m. barring any flight delays. He has a 7:30 dinner. Okay to schedule in Leon Botstein to come see you on Monday 8th around 5 p.m. So this is Meet Bill Gates. Yeah, so it sounds like this guy was going to meet Bill Gates, Larry Summers. Yeah. All right, there's that.
So they need to do a Bill Gates questioning.
Oh, yeah, he needs to be dragged before Congress. They all do. Okay, this is kind of the same thing. Looks
Botstein.
like. Botstein. Yeah, I think this is the same email. All right, let's see what we got here. Same email.
Yeah, go way down.
What about, okay, we'll just go down. I'm just going to hit somewhere random.
There you go.
What we got?
Quick.
Failure. Needs suite number for Bill Gates' room at the Four Seasons. So Leslie Groff to Leslie Groff. So he's just reminding himself to track down Bill Gates. Okay. Hey, it's all redacted. Huh?
Oh, Leon Butstein.
Oh, Leon Botstein. Okay. To Jeffrey from blank CC. Got a bunch of names they don't want you to know. Leon's office, blank. Mort Zuckerman to meet you at 71st with Bill Gates or Four Seasons. Meet Kathy Rumer at the Four Seasons with Bill Gates. Appointment, Leon. Yeah. All right. So it's all the same meeting, looks like. Oh, this could be creepy. From blank to Jeffrey Epstein. Oh my goodness, I don't even have my right thing on. All right. This is apparently a poem. To Jeffrey Epstein, friend of Sultan. I haven't. This is going to be weird. Father.
Lebanese father.
I want you to marry a girl of my choice. Son, I will choose my own bride. Father, but the girl is Bill Gates' daughter. Well, in that case, okay. Father, our next father approaches Bill Gates. Father, I have a husband for your daughter, Bill Gates, but my daughter is too young to marry. Father, but this young man is a vice president of the World Bank, Bill Gates. In that case, okay. Oh my gosh. Finally, Father goes to see the president of the World Bank. Father, I have a young man to be recommended as a vice president, but I already have more vice presidents than I need. Father, but this young man is Bill Gates' son-in-law, president. In that case, okay. And that, my friends, is how the Lebanese do business. Well, that was telling.
Yeah.
And dark.
Creepy.
These people are awful. They're just awful. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I'm just saying what everybody's already said a million times in that end.
My kid is too young to marry. Oh, but we have lots of money. Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. I've spoken to Larry Cohen and have the address for Bill Gates. Less if you need it for future. All right. Doesn't tell us anything. All right, what we got here. All redacted. This is from somebody's Google Calendar. More details. Bill Gates on the 23rd. You are receiving this email to the account blank because you are set reminder on the account. Or you can change your... Okay, so they're just saying we're going to meet Bill Gates, looks like. All right. More schedules. More Google Calendar reminders. More schedules. More schedules. It's like a bunch of emails for the same event. Okay, so this is, I think we're moving on to another subject.
I forgot to pass this along earlier, but this Norwegian reporter got my email address from law school where I teach a workshop and sent this request.
Have you had time to consider this request? Best regards, Tor. All right. Do you want me to read it or do you want to read it?
I don't think this is anything.
Okay. Move on. All righty. We have no... So Larry Cohen is talking to Jeffrey Epstein. Who is Larry Cohen? I know that name. Hang on.
Cohen is a big name.
Yeah, so this is Larry Cohen talking to Jeffrey Epstein. I'm assuming they mean Boris Karloff. I'm afraid Rhodey is talking... This has been 2014. I'm afraid Rhodey is giving Boris a very hard, unnecessary talk. Let's talk, R.E., the side letter, etc. All right, let's see. So who's... Just satisfy my own curiosity. Let me look up Larry Cohen really quick. Larry Cohen. That's not the same guy. Google, you communist. Yeah, I want a picture of him, you turd. Oh, they're such liars. Bull. That ain't...
Nobody knows what he looks like.
I know I've heard that name. I know I've seen that guy.
How do you spell it?
Larry Cohen, C-O-H-E-N.
C-O-H-E.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that guy, though. That's nuts. But they're pulling it like, oh, this is just a Hollywood dude. I'm like, I'm not sure that's the same dude. Yeah, I think they're trying to cover for that. But I'm not sure. So, let's see. No, they're not showing anything there. It had Larry Cohen in the headline. All right, well, you guys are looking for that. I guess I'll go back to the DOJ. Trying to... Probably just do one more. Move on. Okay, this is from blank to Lynn and JoJo. From assuming Jeffrey Epstein, J.E. JE now tells me that he will go see Bill Gates from 2 to 2:30 on Wednesday, February 27th at Four Seasons, same place he met with Gates last time. Then he will see Bill Gates again at 10:15. Not sure if this will be at the house or someplace else. JE also says he might see Gates on Thursday the 28th at 2, and then possibly Friday fly to PB with Gates as his passenger, which makes me wonder
It's
what
so weird.
Yeah.
Like their whole lives are scheduled out.
Oh, yeah, that's how these billionaires get stuff done. They just got everything scheduled down to, like, increments, 20-minute, 30-minute increments.
That's hell.
Yeah. Being a billionaire is kind of miserable. All that money, you can't
Is that how
spend
you
it.
make money?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why I'm broke?
Yeah, you have a social life. Like, these guys are like every second scheduled. At least until you actually make it, and then some of them just kind of lax. But they usually have people that just schedule their whole days out.
Man, that sounds terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out.
You're out? Yeah. All right. It's like water everywhere, not a drop to drink. You have all this money, but no time to spend it. It's kind of a joke, So, which makes me wonder what happened to the lunch 1 p.m. on Friday, March with Bill Gates and Woody Allen. So he's supposed to meet with Woody Allen too. Obviously, this is all up in the air. I think JE would like to be around whenever Gates may have free blank. We will see as things unfold. So yeah, so they're just scheduling meetings with everybody. That's all that was, apparently. And I think we're going to wrap it up from there. Do we have anything else we want to look up or consider?
Nope.
Okay, then we're going to go to the last subject of the evening. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're on the live stream, stay with us. We got one more segment left if you are watching this after the fact. Well, we'll see you next time.
Appreciate you for being here.
All right. One more segment. Trevor, you want to lead us in for this one?
Talking about Camp Kanakuk.
Cape Kanakuk.
Right?
Cape Kanakuk,
Okay.
yes.
Welcome to Faith Fiction and Folklore, or the Triad podcast, where we try not to ep it up. And this evening we're going to talk about Camp Kanakuk. And how are you doing, Gary?
I'm all right, man. Surviving. How are you?
Surviving as well. How about you, Cody?
Oh, I'm pretty good. Pretty good. And to answer your question, no, I cannot cook.
Can you cook at the camp, though?
Yeah, I can do that. I can cook in the woods.
You can cook in the woods, huh? Fascinating.
Camping and cooking and cooking and camping.
All right. Well,
I like to make a fire and then find a flat rock and then put it in the fire. As long as it's not flint, because then it'll blow up.
Yeah, you don't want it to blow up.
Yeah, that's how you Camp Kanakuk.
okay. Well, anyway, moving on from that. Today we're going to be talking about... That was dying a horrible death, but we kept pushing, didn't we? So, no. Okay, so this happened a few weeks ago, and it was an interview with Shawn Ryan talking to Elizabeth Phillips, and I was quite shocked to hear that this summer camp that they were talking about was from Missouri. And then my wife told me, hey, this is a camp that was in my hometown growing up. And I'm like, you're kidding. So they have like a Camp Kanakuk campground right where Jess used to live. So I was quite shocked by that, and I wanted to hear more about it because Camp Kanakuk is one of those places that, we just kind of grew up seeing signs for all over the place. Didn't realize there was such a scandal around it. So I was interested in what happened, and then I learned something else that was happening, and that kind of got me angry, and I wanted to do a rant on it. So I thought we would watch certain segments of the Shawn Ryan interview with Elizabeth Phillips. We're going to recommend the video here. If you want to see this for yourself, the episode is Elizabeth Phillips, Camp Kanakuk, exposing one of the world's largest summer camps. So we're going to get into that. So, Mr. Trevor, are you ready?
No, not really, but let's do it.
I'm ready.
All right, let's get her done.
In 2019, and I've been on a journey ever since to find out what happened to my brother. And then that led down this path of well, what's up with Kanakuk? And then what's up with summer camps in general? And so I've been like Aaron Brockoviching this whole situation of like, how do we get to the bottom of what's going on here? And then how do we prevent it in the future? Speaking specifically about institutional child sexual abuse.
It's going to get heavy. All right. Where did you grow up?
We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to feel all the things. I know I'm going to cry because talking about my brother's the hardest part of this for me. I can talk about statistics and stuff all day, but I'm here because I lost a sibling under really horrible circumstances that he didn't deserve.
I'm sorry.
Thanks. You've lost a lot of people too.
I have. Where did you grow up?
So we grew up I was born in Boston. Dad was in grad school up there. We moved to Tampa, Florida, and then to Dallas, and then Atlanta, and then back to Dallas. So I changed schools 8 times before college.
Wow.
Yeah, always the new kid, kind of sink or swim, right? But ended up, high school especially, had a great experience. Ended up class president as the new kid.
Wow.
I always say I peaked in high school.
Right.
And that's the extent of my interest in politics. I have to plan our 20-year reunion this year. It snuck up on me.
Nice.
I ran my campaign on that. I would throw better class reunions than my opponent. So I've got to deliver on my campaign pledge from 2006.
Right on.
Anyways.
When did you start going to Kanakuk?
Oh, so back then, I think it started age 6, 7.
Did you go to...
My kids are going to go 6, 7.
Did you...
Age 6 or 7. I went 7 years myself.
You did?
Yeah.
What is it? I'd never heard of it until I heard.
Well, that's what Tim told me that you never heard of it. I looked you up when he mentioned your name and it said you were from Missouri. And I was like, well, he's probably heard of Kanakuk. And Tim was like, no, he hadn't heard about it. So it's the large
Catholic.
Yeah.
We don't do these things.
Well, they do offer a Catholic mass for the very small group of
I guess we do these things.
that go to Kanakuk. But this camp has been around 100 years, and it's been under the White family's leadership since the 1950s.
Racist.
In the 70s, that became Joe White and his wife.
What?
I said racist.
You're racist.
The White family.
Oh, well then there you go. Obviously, it's Illuminati confirmed.
W. Joe White. And it's an evangelical sports camp. Ton of Christian celebrities have gone there, sent their kids there, performed there. It was the place in the 90s. You were considered kind of upper class. And it's expensive. I mean, thousands of dollars to go there for a week. Attracted kids from all over the country. They claim all.
I guess that's one thing that's kind of surprising. Like, I can't imagine spending thousands of dollars to, send a kid to a summer camp.
Right. Come back pregnant.
Yeah. It's quite an investment there, guys. Oh well. So yeah. That's just a weird. Like I don't think my parents spent thousands of dollars on the camps I went to. Just saying. I think it was like $50 and good luck. If I were to guess.
Yeah, I believe this was a summer camp, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a month-long thing.
I was in Boy Scouts. It's a good program.
Do they still have Boy Scouts?
Oh yeah.
I couldn't cut it. I quit after the first week. I was like, I ain't wearing this uniform.
Really?
It was ridiculous. Oh yeah, I couldn't stand the conformity. I was a little bit of a snob. So.
Well, it's kind of like military.
Yeah.
Based.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I would have liked to have learned to start a fire though. That'd been nice.
Yeah, it was a good program, man. I made it all the way through.
Yeah? Can you start a fire with sticks?
Probably, but it sucks.
I would imagine it would suck.
It's like not fun at all.
Yeah, isn't it like hours and hours of just like...
Yeah, it's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, that seems depressing and horrible.
I've got a trick I can use, but it still sucks.
What's your trick? I'm curious.
You make like a little bow, so you take like a instead of like rubbing the stick with your hand like this, and rubbing your hands raw like in all the movies.
Yeah.
You take like a straight stick, and you have a string that's kind of loose tied on there.
Uh-huh.
You can twist that string around your stick, and you can just run it back and forth, and it'll.
It's like a
spin
bow
that
drill.
stick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Interesting. I haven't tried it.
So that helped, but it still sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Not fun, and you have to have the right kind of wood.
Is it like a softwood or something? Like an evergreen or something that's gonna dry, have a lot of sap in it or whatever?
Yeah, and it's got to be dry too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
it's just.
I got
not
one
easy.
of. Sorry, what?
I said it's not easy.
I'd imagine I got a Faraday rod, but I'm sure that doesn't count as roughing it. So.
No. I mean, lighters are pretty easy to come across. I'd rather just have a couple of those in my backpack, but.
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Flint and steel.
Yeah, I've got that too. So.
Yeah, the flint and steel one I found the most interesting because it's like you've got actually have like a whole tinder kit with it, you know, like lint or some kind of what did they put? They would charcoal their clothes, like the pioneers. They'd have like blackened clothing and stuff or whatever to go with the rod and the flint.
Is to keep the bugs off?
No, it was because that charcoal reignited. It created an ember easier. When that spark fell, like it would land on the charcoal garment, I think, and then they were able to use that as kind of like a way to keep the ember. So whenever they put it on top of their kindling, I guess what it's called. Yeah, so they had like charcoal stuff with it. It's just interesting to me. So, sorry, we got off on a tangent there. We should probably get back to this.
All 50 states and several countries abroad. 2, Taney County, Missouri, southwest Missouri, every summer, driving about 25,000 families to that part of the state.
What town is it? Is this in Springfield?
You fly into Springfield if you fly, but it's in the greater Branson area.
Okay.
That's what's so crazy to me. I drove past that place every weekend for years when I was dating Jess. I had no idea about any of this. It's just wild to me.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Branson?
Oh, yeah.
It's like a Christian Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
It's been on a bit of a downswing, though, for a while. Like,
Branson?
it ain't on. I don't think it ever recovered from 2008, to be blunt. It's been
2008, what was that?
That was the housing crisis.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think they ever really recovered from that. It just seems like it's every time I go down there now, it just seems like things have gotten a little worse.
Well, maybe once all the boomers go away.
I don't know what's going to happen to it. It's like Boomer Central. It's like a Boomer Mecca.
Maybe it'll change, and it'll be awesome.
That would be nice. I hope that happens. But man, yeah, it's like remember the whole town may as well be like remember the 1950s. Remember how great that was. Remember how you could roofie your wife without repercussions. Remember hoop skirts. It's just like that everywhere. So. Anyway.
Have you heard about Silver City closing down one of their main events?
Well, they closed. They closed down Fire in the Hole and reopened it, and I'm sure they got rid of the carpet. Was it the carpetbaggers or the bald knobbers? One of the two. Anyway, there was a group that did the Mississippi Burning. I don't remember what they're called, but I think they thought that was like racist, so they probably toned all that down. But the ride was based on like this historical event that happened called the Mississippi Burning. And so I think there was probably some weird connotations or something. Now, this is just me speculating, and they would deny it profusely. But it's kind of like, because it's kind of like Dolly Parton doing that whole, remember the Dixieland Stampede?
Yeah.
And then the stupid liberals got mad, and now it's Dolly's Stampede or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what, liberals, just eat a bag of. I can't say it on a. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, you can say it. So, it just made me angry. And you know what's really sad is like how hypocritical it is, because if you're going to sit there and whine about cultural appropriation, the show's just as racist, you know? Yeah. It's like sitting there singing about the Cherokee and they've got that teepee and there's a guy dancing around and I'm sitting there thinking, that's the Sioux, guys. Come on, stop. Do your homework. But anyway, I don't know if the Cherokee actually had teepees. I'm not sure that was a thing. I'd have to ask a Cherokee person. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway. So I'm like, it didn't fix anything. They just wanted to look like they were doing stuff. But that just made me mad. They hated the word Dixie, so they changed it to Dolly. Anyway. Yeah. So that was a random rant. We really need to stay focused. I apologize. I'm derailing. This was my topic, and I'm derailing it.
That doesn't sell any booze.
I don't know why you're so mad at Dolly.
I'm very bitter about it. I don't know. Sustained. Hearsay. Move to strike.
Yeah. Silver Dollar City. Yeah, I was like, what's that called again? Silver Dollar City? Exactly. So, like, yeah, the whole Kanakuk situation is like that show Ozark meets Righteous Gemstones, if you've seen those shows. And you've got Joe White, who's this big character, and people worshipped him next to God. And he was really high profile in the 90s and 2000, wrote 14 at least books published by Focus on the Family. Focus on the Family's taken all of that down since this has been exposed. But he was a megastar, stadium speaker. Like, he would give the commencement at Liberty University's graduation or whatever. He would go to Promise Keepers events and be a featured speaker at those types of conferences. So
this is the guy that runs the whole thing.
Yeah, he's the CEO and his own board chair. We'll get into why that's problematic, but yeah, so 500,000 alumni. So 500,000 kids have gone through this camp. 50,000 staff, roughly. This is, from what they've reported. And then they have, they're not your mom and pop shop camp. They have year-round ministries. They have K-Life, which it was in over 20 cities. I think that's dwindled down to maybe 17 since we started exposing stuff.
Sorry, what?
Isn't that a cereal, K-Life?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't remember. I have no idea. I was closing tabs and doing maintenance while she was talking. I apologize.
There's Special K and then there's Life. So I guess if you mix the two together, you get K-Life.
Well, I was interested that this guy was a part of the Promise Keepers event because I went to a couple of those. I don't ever remember hearing about this Joe White guy, but I guess she was part of it. I don't know. Huh. It's just weird that's a whole... I thought like Promise Keepers was like this wholly removed thing, but it just seems like this is all kind of a small group. You know what I mean? Tiny club of people.
Sorry, not sorry.
Maybe.
But that's how they recruit campers year round, is these weekly Bible studies through K-Life. And then you can go to camp. They also have, it's a whole trajectory from starting at camp at a young age.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Joe White was tied to that Promise Keepers thing. Sorry, I'm still stuck on that. Trevor, did you ever go to a Promise Keepers?
Yeah, I went to one or two.
Did you ever hear Joe White being there?
Not being there, I did hear the name.
You heard the name?
Like, he was like the guy that paid for some of the stuff.
See, I only remember Brad Stein. He's the only part of that I remember.
That guy's funny.
Yeah, he was funny. He's funny. All right, sorry about that, guys.
Then after camp, you can become a counselor. But between high school and college, they also offer something called Link Year, like this gap year program. And that's run by a guy named Adam Donier under the Kanakuk Ministries umbrella. And Link Year also has Link Academy and Link Hoops. Link Hoops is a basketball academy. They're one of the top in the country now, actually. But people don't realize they're tied to Kanakuk. Then they have a segregated camp for urban youth. That's called Kids Across America. And
urban youth?
Yeah, they used to say inner city children.
Oh.
Now it's urban youth, basically like black kids.
Okay.
And so they have Kids Across America for that. They have then the full paying tuition camps that are majority white kids. They're next door to each other. They have historically had a camp in Colorado. That no longer exists.
Why not?
That shut down. There was a divorce in the family. Joe White's daughter, she still is like the director of alumni engagement for the camp.
We're gonna skip ahead here. So she's still just establishing the camp. So I think this is where the accusations start.
Wow. We talk a lot on this show, .com/.
But I mean, there's so many fun things to do on the water. It's like prime real estate along these lakes in the Ozarks. Lake Taneycomo, and there's like part of it that's on a different lake. Table Rock Lake Adventures. They take kids spelunking. You can choose a sport, kind of like you choose a major in college. You choose a major. Like I would do dance or like.
Can I just say, knowing what I know about college students now, there is no way in this side of the veil that I would ever trust my child to go spelunking with a college student.
No way.
That is absolutely insane to me that parents ever did that. I'm like, do you have any idea how incompetent these people are? Like, there's no way.
Not a chance, buddy.
Boys could choose if they wanted to do basketball or football. And they've turned out some great athletes, actually. And a lot of NFL players have sent their kids there because it's a good football program. You have no access to watches or telephones. And so if there is something that goes wrong, it's very hard to reach the outside world. And I think that's how abuse proliferated. Not that kids should have phones at camp.
See, that's what I'm saying, though. Kids should have phones. Like, I'm sorry, but the whole cutting everybody off is how these, like, abuse scandals, which is what this is all leading up to. It's SA abuse scandals. Like, they're able to get away with that crap because everybody's cut off and isolated, which is, of course, going to attract predators. Yeah. Like, that's part of the problem. So, yeah. Everything all right? You guys look awfully focused on something.
I was trying to see if I saved any other information on Camp Kanakuk when I was listening to this, but I didn't save anything.
Gotcha. Yeah, Trevor, did you ever hear of them? Because you're from Northwest Arkansas originally.
Oh yeah, my mom went to a similar camp. It wasn't this one. It was one of the other ones, but she only went to the week or 2-week church camp type thing.
Yeah, I see.
I went to one like it, but I don't remember what it was called.
I went to Baptist Hill so many summers. I hated it. I hate the whole camping thing. Like, I can't stand it. Like, I couldn't stand it as a kid. Looking back on it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we did that. Like, it's one of those things where you keep thinking it'll all make sense when you're an adult. And then when you get older, you're like, no, that was every bit as stupid as I remember it being. No redeeming qualities.
I love the church camp I went to.
Did you? Where'd you go? You remember where you went?
Siloam.
Siloam, huh?
I don't remember what it was called, but yeah, they had it structured. You'd get up and go to a devotional, and then eat breakfast, and then a couple hours doing whatever you want. Go play football or basketball or whatever, and then they'd have a meeting, and then they'd do lunch, and then after lunch, they would have like a full hour-long like Bible study for the whole camp. And this was like every day for 5 days. And then after that hour-long session, they'd do like the whole camp group. Something fun like tug of war which was pretty interesting. And then they would do like dinner, and then an evening, hour-long devotional or whatever, and then go to bed.
I had one similar.
Huh?
I had one similar. I don't even remember where it was, man. We rode banana bikes. There was like a hiking trail. You'd climb up this mountain. Yeah, there was all kinds of stuff to do. It was like a week long. It was pretty cool.
I hated
it. There was definitely some not condoned activities going on at night.
Oh yeah, I had lots of opportunities. I never took them, but I could have.
Yeah, they knew not to invite me because I was a narc. So I was the kid that stayed in the camp and nobody ever talked to, because it's like he will rat our butts out in about 30 seconds. I was that guy. So
Thanks.
yeah, right. So yeah, I hated it. I never saw the appeal. It's like, oh hey, here's a group shower that's with like disgusting slimy tiles. How does athlete's foot happen again? I wonder. You know, it was just
That's what shower shoes are for.
Oh yeah, because they gave those little kids shower shoes. And your mom knew to pack them, you know, because athlete's foot didn't exist. You're just being weak. You know.
Our pastor wouldn't buy a whole bunch of them for us.
Oh, did he?
To make sure that we all had one.
It's just a bunch of uncomfortable social situations. I hated every last bit of it. I'm glad you guys got along, though. You guys knew how to assimilate. I was like, I just want to play with my toys. I hate this.
Yeah, I will say, after a week of out, like being out, I would always go back to, okay, I'm done with people.
Yeah, like you get tired of people really quick.
Yeah, introvert.
Yeah. It's exhausting. Yeah, that's the thing is like if you're an introvert, if you're somebody who doesn't like have that natural propensity to be like a social butterfly or whatever, like it's exhausting. It makes you tired because you have to talk to people, you know? So anyway, I meant to talk about this and I feel like we're just diatribing about childhood trauma or something, or I am. Anyway, it's like, well, looks like I still got some therapy to do. That's great. So.
Saying that, but like it's pretty locked down and strict. Like you're up at this time, you clean your cabin, you a lot of devotionals and prayer time and talks, you know, preaching and then some of it's really fun. You know, just rotating throughout the day. Of you got tennis and then you got canoeing and then you're going to make a craft and then there's themed parties at night. So that's when the boys and the girls interact, is at these theme parties at night. And they'll send you the list of what the themes are going to be. So you can pack your trunk for camp with like fun costumes for the theme nights. And so I hated it. I hated camp. Like the first few years, I was just super homesick. I liked it more as I got older. But I had no idea what was going on with the abuse. It was, and now in hindsight, it was interesting how I got Kickapoo Princess at K Country under Pete Newman's directorship. I always got the best dancer award. I wasn't the best dancer. Like things like that, just to show favoritism.
That was one thing that she talks about in this thing. This is unrelated to the essay stuff that takes off later, but I think we're going to have to do another episode on this because we're not getting to what I wanted to get to. And I think this is my fault. But yeah, she talks about you notice how all the same kids won all the drawings, and all the same kids won all their awards year after year after. Yeah. Like, I was so stupid at the time that I was like, no, surely they didn't think that way.
Surely not.
Surely they're playing fair. I was an idiot. And she explains, yeah, it's the money. They're just kissing up to the parents with the money.
Yep.
I can't believe they did that crap. I'm like, oh, but we're Christians. We're going to behave just like everybody else, but we're going to do it under a Christian banner. That's That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that.
Good job, everyone.
Good job. Good job. Gosh, I just got childhood trauma stirring up now. Oh my goodness.
To our family, whenever they had this thing called Winter Trail, I think they still do it, where they travel around in the off season and go to different people's homes to fundraise and to recruit, like these marketing events. They would always want to stay at our house, and we'd host things for them in Dallas. We let them borrow our car to go to a church, out in one of the suburbs and do their presentation there. So we were definitely targeted, and they targeted a lot of families that, had influence or money and stuff. And so it's a little bit different than what you typically hear in these situations where it's children that are vulnerable because they've been in foster care or they have, they're in poverty or something. They were targeting like the elite evangelical crowd.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why do you think they were targeting that crowd? I'm just curious.
No, because they're all about money. So like it started out as a nonprofit, and then they conveniently restructured at certain key dates. When
if it's all about the money, why would you target the people with the money's kids?
Because they wanted to make you feel VIP and special, and then offer hunting trips, or Joe White flies around on his private plane, and
I'm talking about, were you targeted? Was your family targeted because they wanted to abuse your brother, or for the money, or for both?
Oh, both. So like, I feel like for Joe White, we were targeted because we had a nice house and could host events for them and donate to the ministry. And then with Pete Newman, my brother's perpetrator, he was grooming us, like, giving us that special treatment at his camp. Also because, they wanted our donations, but because he wanted Trey.
So these are unrelated. It's two being targeted.
I think that is, if you look at the whole case, it does seem kind of coordinated.
Okay. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to leave it there for tonight, guys. You guys have any final thoughts? First of all, we're going to pick this up because I really do want to talk about this, because I do think there's a through line with this Epstein stuff and the stuff that's going on in the camps. It's a cultural thing, and I kind of wanted to explore it a little bit. Yeah, and I feel like this deserves some time and depth. So I don't know if we're not going to go over it next week because I'm not going to be here next week, but I don't even know if we're going to have a show next week, but it'll be really late if I show up at all. But yeah. Anyway, but for now, do you guys have any final thoughts?
I don't think so, man. Good show.
I thought so. What do you think, Trevor?
Good show.
All right.
We'll go.
Good show, everyone. Good show.
All right. Move to strike. Okay. So, guys, we're going to call it an evening. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See y'all.
Thank you.